Hello, and welcome back to Universal Love Law. Today, we're going to discuss the Virgo North Node, Pisces South Node, as well as the Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. So I want to just mention that when you're looking for your South Node, it doesn't usually show them in the softwares for the birth charts. But when you're looking for it, it's always going to be in conjunction as an opposite to your North Node. So for all Virgo North Nodes, there will always be the opposite South Node as the Pisces, and vice versa. The Pisces will be the Pisces North Node will be the Virgo South Node. Also, you want to take a look at the degree on the side of the North Node, which is a small number. This number is the same as your South Node number as well, degree as well. You want to take a look at it and understand how that number's influence can correlate to the sign that your North Node is in and South Node is in, because numbers hold vibrations, and numerology has a lot of information when it comes to how things can play out and how things can manifest in a positive or negative light. So it's really important when you're on your path of self-discovery to connect the dots and start to make sense of your entire chart, right? Moving along, I'm going to start off with the Virgo North Node person. So in this lifetime, the Virgo North Node must learn to take charge of their lives. They have to become more disciplined in their compulsion and obsession, desires to escape. The old way, which is the Pisces South Node, these are the natural energies that the Virgo North Node will be inclined to having, which is to quit, to give up, to have self-pity, to loathe, or to escape often, to dream big and not put things into practical steps and order. In this lifetime, a Virgo North Node must become practical when it comes to serving a service to others or even with themselves. They have to become practical. They can't, a lot of the times the Pisces South Node will have them dreaming really big, but not actually taking the steps into doing it. They will have all of these desires. The South Node Pisces person that is a little bit debilitated may have a lot of desires to do certain things but lack the energy and the momentum and the motivation because they cannot see their flaws. They cannot see that they're dreaming. They cannot see the practicality aspect. So the Virgo North Node will help a person to solve those problems and actually become more kind of detail oriented when it comes to making things happen, making things practical, making things tangible. They have to begin to organize their life and take it serious. And a Virgo North Node that is debilitated, meaning that you have like squares or oppositions or very strong conjunctions to the outer planets or your personal planets, this can cause very strong energy to your North Node, which can make a Virgo, the ones that's more debilitated, it can make a Virgo North Node. You can be moving towards doing things in a very micromanaging way, very critical, self-critical, and also very judgmental to others. And it can cause a person to be very critical on themselves, but also with others, and it's a defense mechanism. So it's very important for them to steer away from going into the more negative traits of the Virgo energy, because some personal planets negatively aspected to the North Node in Virgo can cause a person to have more of those negative Virgo traits. Also with the Pisces South Node, you may, often criticize yourself and fall into a victim role, which is very important not to do, because you know that Pisces energy is more by Neptune. So that makes a South Node Pisces person very prone to deception, okay? Attracting people who are very deceptive, playing these self-pity game like, oh, why me, and things of that nature. And that will eventually cause them to overindulge, into escapism or even addictions. A lot of Pisces South Node people overcome addictions within this lifetime. And they may also, if negatively aspected, drift through life with no actual foundation and purpose, may lose a lot of family, may lose a lot of people around them. And it's just because of the lack of motivation, their comfortability in just being within their own minds and being super sensitive to their needs and others. And that is not a way to just guide this lifetime. This lifetime is meant to be more practical, and there should be a taking responsibility within one's life, and having structure and a routine, rituals, things like that are very helpful for the North Node in Virgo. It's a way for a North Node in Virgo to actually fulfill their purpose positively, so that they can be helpful to others. If there's no self-care going on, as far as, taking charge and actually doing the responsibility needed to, manifest and create tangible, practical stability within one's life, if there is none of that actually taking place, they'll be very prone to actually just being very disciplined, and it can cause a lot of negativity within their life. These people can suffer extreme drug addictions as well, hardcore. And so it's really important that the North Node in Virgo person actually takes, charge of their life and stands up for themselves and not be so victimized, because sometimes the Pisces energy can make a person extremely victimized. They can always have this why me energy, and that can be very frustrating to others. Now, the South Node can also support the North Node if the South Node is positively aspected, but it can make a person comfortable. So yeah, you may have very big dreams. You may make your dreams a reality and put some purpose behind it, or you may be very good at art, or very good at creating, writing something in that form of fantasy, or creation and art and things of that nature, right? Even spirituality can be a very strong emphasis for the South Node in Pisces. But if it's negatively aspected, these are people that can be very dedicated to cult-like groups of spiritualists and things of that nature. So it's really important for one to take serious by actually looking at the details of something that you subscribe your belief systems to, because the Pisces energy is the believer. They believe and begin to see what they believe, whereas the Virgo needs to see it to believe it. And so in this lifetime, your North Node will teach you to actually make sense of what is being presented to you versus just taking it face value or off your gut instinct. It's more so to be practical and realistic in this lifetime. So moving along to, if a person has their North Node in Pisces in this life and their Virgo South Node in their life, they need to really allow flow into their life, because they can be very uptight and they can be very over critical of them, of everything. They can be a service to others, but they can do it in a way to just keep people around. It cannot be helping them. It may not be helping them or serving them to be a service to people, but it's just something that they're comfortable doing, being a doormat even. So and criticizing the people that they take care of. These are your very, these are these type of people that, they take care of someone, but they talk about it. But the Virgo South Node people, they shouldn't do that. They should actually start to begin to branch off and develop some creative ideas and take faith into their own hands. If the Pisces North Node is negatively aspected, they may go through these shadow moments of feeling misunderstood, or not heard. And so that can make it challenging when a person's needing to fulfill their Pisces North Node energy, when they feel as if no one's hearing their creativity, or they may have very big dreams, and it's important to lean on those old aspects of detail orientation and things of that nature. That's why the South Node and North Node works in a balance. So the people that have Virgo in the South Node, they may be very analytical. They may not trust things. They may not feel like, going with the flow. They more so want to make sure they know the outcome of things. They may want things to be in particular order or some type of systematic routine. Whereas the North Node in Pisces will teach a South Node Virgo that nothing's going to go to plan. You may plan it this way and it's going to go a totally different way. To have faith and believe in your gifts, and they will manifest and they will materialize. But these Pisces North Node people must have faith, and they must believe in themselves, even if it's just small belief, even if it's such a great grand idea. You have the tools to detail, things out, to problem solve, to make it actually happen. But it's very important for you in this lifetime to have freedom from things being a particular way, tapping into your natural artistic abilities and not being blinded, because a negative aspected Pisces person can be very blinded. They can use their intuition and their fantasy and their creativity, and they can use that, or they can be so lazy, or they can be so negatively aspected that they need to be under influences to tap into this creativity. So this is really important, because sometimes these Pisces North Node people can fight the addiction world, and it can be actually a source to their creativity. So that can be very challenging, with where we're going and the purpose that we create for ourselves. There will be challenges presented, even if we are going in the right direction. We must remember that the North Node is not always supported in our chart. North Node is always in the way in which we should be going and moving towards. South Node is more so what we have mastered, what we may have overindulged in, and is no longer serving us. So we have to learn that the North Node in Pisces will present its own set of challenges dealing with the illusion world, the deception world, the fantasy world as well. It can be a very, very creative placement in your chart. These people can be musicians. These people can play instruments. These people can be beat makers. These people can create movies. These people are very artistic, and they can create content that shows the bigger picture of it all, right? It shares that energy with Sagittarius. So these people can see the big picture and manifest the world. Like, they can see the whole life as a movie. But they also can have a negative aspect to where, they result in their old ways. They become hypercritical. It can cause them to be around people just to point out their flaws so that they don't have to look at their own flaws. And then it can create a person who is a victim, always blaming someone else for their misfortune or the reason why they're not where they want to be. So it's important to take your life serious. You already do that, but more so allow yourself to go with the flow as well. And the way you may be able to do that is to just literally tell yourself, like, I let go what I can't control, and just break free. Like, it's a point where you just have to allow yourself to initiate that within yourself through time and effort and self-talk. What you say to yourself will manifest. So, if you're always beating yourself up or over analyzing things, then your mind will project that, and it will all be a service to you, functioning for your downfall. But if you're actually moving in towards breaking free from the old way, which isn't serving anymore, where you're super sensitive or you're super fearful that things may go wrong, it can create health issues as well, because remember, Virgo rules the health spectrum. So I basically reviewed the South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces, as well as the South Node in Pisces, North Node in Virgo. Please let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Peace.